EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the New York Jets and the Denver Broncos. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Mike 45. Check Mike 45. I don't even know why this team showed up.
Now a carry for the former Michigan State man, Le'Veon Bell. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
You don't want that?
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Von Miller doing what he does best with a sack.
That's a pretty darn good start to his season, huh? A sack in the opener, adds a second one here. That tells you about his offseason. He came in determined to have a big year, and it's paying off.
Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. 49. Check 49. Check 49. 61. Matchbox lights.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Von Miller, a milestone sack for him as it moves him past Hall of Famer Lawrence Taylor, who finished his career with 132 and a half. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. It's taken to the 26. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And the Broncos take over. First down and 10. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. They'll run for the first time with Philip Lindsay. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Let's go now. Mike, watch this work. Gotta do better. Come on, QB, come on.
On 2nd and 15 now. Brissett. He's got his man. That's Josh Gordon. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 22 yards there, a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Here's Brissett. He's got it. The tight end, Jeff Heuerman.
Whoa.
And they move this all the way down to the 9.
Let's go.
A really good pickup of 28 yards.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit them, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Lindsey. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line.
That's where you belong.
When you look at the geography we're staring at, this part of the field, don't you always think of big backs carrying the football, bruisers trying to pound it in? Instead, we're looking at a little more of a scat back type, and he's trying to make it happen.
Yeah, they went with the elusive, slippery guy. Couldn't get in there, though. And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's second and goal. One more time with Lindsey. And he will take it in for a Bronco touchdown. Phillip Lindsey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Heck of a start to his season. He had 2 touchdowns in the opener last week, another one here in week 2.
Well, I don't want to call him a touchdown machine this early, but sometimes you get locked in, and you feel good about things. You get into that zone, and those touchdowns come in bunches. He may be off to that kind of a start.
It's like he was shot out of a cannon. I would imagine success this early, great momentum going forward for the rest of the year.
He keeps this up, they'll soon be chanting MVP anytime he touches the ball.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And a 3-and-out on that first drive. We'll see if they can do better here.
They should have a better opportunity because now that first series, everybody goes out with a little extra emotion. So now they get a chance to go back out and say, okay, now we're into the game. Let's go play and play as best we can.
You almost get a mulligan then on that first drive?
Sometimes it absolutely serves that way. You get a second opportunity. Nothing big happened. But then again, you didn't commit any mistakes either. Off you go.
And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
I got it.
Darnold. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down.
Check, 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 check.
Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. Going deep now for Herndon. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
Here's Tressway now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He'll send this one into the mile-high air, and it's a good one. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And certainly they'll be hoping to hit pay dirt like they did on the last drive. Got the football back, so a chance to go up 2 scores.
And they haven't been tentative at all in this ball game, because sometimes you start a game with your script to try and get information out of the opposing defense. How will they play you in certain situations? Sometimes you script to attack, and that's what I'm seeing so far.
On the stop there defensively, Marcus May with a tackle. Second and 9 now from the 21.
You gonna see me in your nightmares, son. You gonna see me in your nightmares.
Brissett sets to throw it. Screen pass to Lindsey. 17 yards for the Broncos there as they've got themselves a first down.
They ran that one well, and not only did they pick up a nice chunk of yardage on the screen, they sent a message to the defense. Rush the passer all you want, but you better be careful. We can hit you going back the other direction.
So here's a first and 10 at the 38. On first and 10, it's Lindsey. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Scared. Shift.
First carry for Royce Freeman. And he'll get 2, maybe 3, up near the 37.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else they'll just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
The Jets will bring in a nickel set as they try to stop this third down. From the shotgun, it's Brissett. Open man is Gordon, complete. And that's going to be another first down as the tackle made at the Jets' 45-yard line.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. The end result, 21 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Brissett now already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's first and 10. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. Second and 10. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. In trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
So after the run for no gain, here's second and 10. Back to the ground, this time with Freeman.
Das kann doch nicht wahr sein.
Here, going down back at the 28. He lost 4 there, and it's third down. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ninth play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on third and long. Here's Brissett.
Ой-ой-ой-ой-ой, Brissett, куда, блядь?
The veteran Jimmy Smith there on the coverage.
There are a good number of coaches that any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
So in the end, they had the ball for 10 plays, but the drive gets them 3, not 6.
Is it okay if I give credit to both sides on this one?
Absolutely.
All right, let's start defensively. They hung in there. 10-play drive, but they stiffened when they got close to the goal line, made them kick a field goal. And for the offense, 10-play drive. They might be a little disappointed they got a field goal, but they moved the ball down the field with dispatch and came away with points.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And they take possession 2 yards away from midfield at the 48-yard line.
The Broncos take over first and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Hey, D-line, let's get in there. Let's get in that half.
On first and 10, Brissett. He completes this to Sutton. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
This is Freeman on first and 10.
Laufspiel
Jamal
gefällt
Adams
mir
coming
gar
up from a
nicht.
safety spot to make the play.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Hey, check. 3 down.
On second down, a run with Lindsey.
Was mach ich
And
denn?
he's swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Back-to-back stops make it third and 10.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's get it together, defense. Let's get it together.
On third down, Brissett.
Leg dich direkt hin.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. The wind is at his back here in the second quarter. And McManus able to put it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny when we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Jets take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 13-0 here as they try to get things started offensively. First and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to second and 4.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between second and 4 and second and 8 and 9.
The last run got 6, now second and 4.
Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Here's Darnold. Caught here by Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and all of a sudden here it's third down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack is a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
A nickel set defensively for the Broncos here on third down. They'll try and run for it with Bell. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Now, after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen.
Gonna give this time to the tailback.
Oy, oy,
He's
oy.
got a first down and then some inside
Oy,
the 40.
oy, oy.
And he'll get this down to the 39-yard line. 14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down. Consecutive plays now where that offensive line has really created a lot of space.
And we've seen the confidence rise, haven't we? It borders on arrogance now, and that's that good arrogance, believing you can run the football whenever you get good and ready.
Now a first down carry by Bell. And down inside the 35, he goes to the 32-yard line.
Verteidigung unter alles
It's a
zusammen.
7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
34. Scoop, scoop, scoop.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral, also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
Now it's Darnold. This one caught by Crowder. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. Now Darnold. And this one
Warum nicht
incomplete.
gepickt?
Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
The Jets on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. Darnold from the gun. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
Brissett on first down. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. And he's taken down, but able to get this up to the 20-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Denver first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in this 2nd week of the regular season. Here's Lindsey. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. The Bronco first down there, 12 yards on the play.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. On first down, right back to Lindsey. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brissett.
Das war so ein dummer Pass von mir.
Brian Poole that time there to get a hand on it.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Brissett. He's got his tight end Fant. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Brissett now 8 of 11 in this first half. He's got it 1st and 10.
That's going to be a long.
Brissett. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him to football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make someone miss in the open field.
Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
Mike 57. Hey, let's get some penetration here. Let's get some penetration.
From the red zone now, Brissett. Able to get this to Gordon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1.
Mike 53. Let's go one more.
Brissett again. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Noah Fant as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos push further out in front.
Heard a coach talk about those late in the half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Now McManus for the extra point. And that one pushes the lead up to an even 20.
Makes the score Broncos 20, Jets nothing. Brendan McManus to kick off for Denver.
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. This one taken from the 7.
Was war das jetzt?
Return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
The Jets take over 1st and 10 at their own 10-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And the ball backed way up. So thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. Broncos with a lead, and they will be receiving this kickoff here as quarter 3 is underway.
All day, baby, all day.
Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them. Here's what we think they're
Was
going
ist
to do to
heute mit
attack
dem
us in the
scheiß
second
Lauf
half.
los?
Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. On 2nd and 12, Brissett firing quickly, but it's incomplete. Phillip Lindsay, the intended target, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, as it turned out. Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Brissett now. This is the tight end fan. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
It's been a long day for you.
On 1st down, Clark. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. That one going for a gain of 11 and a Bronco 1st down. They've got the lead early here in the 3rd quarter, and runs like that are how they establish that lead in the first half.
I love the fact that you're using the word lead because they're leading from the front, pounding on the defense right now with the
kann
running
doch nicht
game,
wahr sein,
and truly
Alter.
establishing themselves here in the
Das
second
ist
half.
Lauf heute los.
Tackled by Jordan Willis.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Here's a quick throw caught by Smith. And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Play fake, Brissett. Rush coming, and
Ich hab
he's
den doch
taken
gesehen, den
down.
Blitz.
C.J. Mosley, the linebacker, making sure his presence is felt.
You and I both know we're into a whole new realm of football because we're not just looking at tendencies anymore. We're looking at analytics, and I've got to think the analytics on 3rd and 1 say run the football.
Voice Band.
The Broncos send out their punter now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And down he'll go at the 25. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies.
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. The 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession, and that was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up.
In a basketball sense, you think about taking a little bit of the air out of the ball, right? Maybe milk some clock, limit the possessions. In this case, they might want to do the same thing, but control the game offensively. Put together some first downs, put together a drive, and keep it away from them.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8.
We want it. Come to my world.
They go play action with Brissett. And he's going to have the hook up to Sutton. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco first down. They'll run on first down. It's Clark. 25 yards, the pickup there, and also a first down.
Every team in the league always wants explosive plays, breakout plays, and even more so when it's your horse who's had a tough time during the game.
Yeah, not that great in the first half. Maybe he can recalibrate here in the 3rd and then carry that over.
Oh.
Traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker Jordan Jenkins. And they have
this doch gesehen, Mann.
At the 24-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 24.
Let's get off the field,
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And a nice run past the 30-yard line there. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. You know, despite the scoreline, I think they've got to like where they are here. They're on the road and just one big play away from getting right back in this game.
I'm going to follow right along with you because the spot they're in now is a credit to their defense. They've kept them in it by making the plays that they've made, and that just means you're one big score away from being right back there.
Now the question is, can this offense step up and make that play? Because that's been an issue for them in this game. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Target.
Bell. And able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
You don't want no problem.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Darnold completes to Bell. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm here all day.
The shotgun snap for Darnold.
Oh my God, блядь.
And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Jamison Crowder. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. Good start to the season for him. He had the touchdown last week in the opener and a second one in week 2 now.
How about the pace he's already established, right? Not sure he can keep it up for an entire season, but don't burst the bubble because he thinks that he can.
Do guys go into a season with a goal for touchdowns scored or yardage? What do you think?
I think every single one of the guys who's going to touch the football, they all have those types of goals. They all have those types of thoughts. And then they just have to see how the season unfolds if they can stay with it.
Unfolding so far so good for him. So here comes the kickoff, and what now is just a one-score, 6-point game. And as we see so frequently here in Colorado, that one over the end line, so it'll come out to the 25. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And the interception last time on the opponent's side of the field, certainly not what they wanted.
Put it mildly, that is so frustrating because that signifies there's a drive going on. You're in a good spot, great place to run something.
Bristet, Alter. Hör auf mir damit.
They turned the ball over.
Yeah, turned the ball over last time. See if they can avoid doing it here. One play has them up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Brissett. Gets it to Gordon.
Oh, falsche.
5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. And there they went crossing route against the zone defense. What do you think of that?
Takes real coordination between the passer and the receiver because you've got to read those zones and where the open spots are and be on the same page with the guy throwing the football. Because sometimes you're throwing it in front of the zone, sometimes you're throwing it between the zones, sometimes the receiver's going to just kind of
Warum ist jetzt Lindsay wieder auf dem Feld?
sit down and present himself to the quarterback and throw it there. It's a tough read, but when they're in sync, it's really effective.
Let's go. Let's go.
Now this will probably be the last play of the quarter.
Hey, come on, oh, come on, oh.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. Now it's Lindsay.
Wieder Lindsay. Wo ist mein Clark?
Avery Williamson there to make the stop.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. From the 39, Brissett. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running
Deck
back.
dich hin, nicht Ball verlieren,
And
ey.
this time not quite to the 30. He'll be down at the 31-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Brissett now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos 1st down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Right back to him on 1st down.
Rookie!
Into the end zone for a Denver score. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Broncos push further out in front. And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2.
Check.
That's complete. It's Gordon.
Ja.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. after the touchdown. Here's McManus now to kick it away.
The goal, yeah.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a
Alle
whole
versuchen,
lot better
100
feeling
Rushing
when
Yards
you're
zu
trying to
belassen.
figure out
What
how
the
to fix
fuck,
things
ey.
there.
14 yards is the pickup there and a Jet first down.
First down, New York.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run it with Bell. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Nice job by that defensive front there to hold him to a short gain on 1st down. Well played, I must say.
Yeah, only getting 1 yard. There was no room to run. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Don't get nervous. Ready?
Now a draw play. This is Bell. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation. The Jets on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder.
Oh, was
And this is
macht
going to
ich
be another
Open
first down as they'll make the
Dread?
tackle at the Broncos 33. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory. Down at the 33.
Let's go, baby.
From the shotgun, it's a give to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. To throw is Darnold. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there, but now it's 3rd down.
This has been a really nice day for the defense. They've made it so difficult to find open receivers because they're able to squeeze the passing lanes down. A lot of what they're doing is communicating. Receivers in one area, receivers in another area. They're almost what they call passing them off from one defender to the next, even in zone defenses, and making it very hard to find an open spot for the quarterback to deliver the ball.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd down and 12. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off at the 12. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Wow, between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career, and he grabbed a quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the deep?
And he fumbled it. It's on the ground.
Oh mein Gott.
But a teammate comes
Rookie, konzentrier dich jetzt.
It's almost like baseball. Guys at
Du
bat,
hast einen
people
Schreck
are on
bekommen,
base in
ey.
scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Ready? Set, right. 57's the mic. What's the run? They're running it.
On second down, Freeman. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, they've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. He'll wind up getting 2 there as he does it himself and picks up the first.
There may have been a little bit of an element of surprise there. 3rd and inches, and they go quarterback sneak. I still feel like this is a play that often is reserved for 4th down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. And the scoreboard on their side, they're just looking to melt away these final couple of minutes. And put this one in the left-hand column. Here's a run on 1st down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1.
That's a tough one right there. He ran right into the teeth of the blitz as the linebacker was freed up in order to stop that one for a loss. I think quarterbacks got to see that. Got to find a way to audible into something a little more advantageous.
You'd have to think likely another running play coming here, 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And an alley to run. It's a foot race. And he will finally be taken down at the Jets' 30. Starting to become a tough spot for this defense. You're down 4th quarter, looking a little fatigued maybe on that side of the ball.
Partner, we've seen this before, haven't we? Because every coach we've ever talked to says body language is important. And now you're seeing guys with their hands on their hips, they're bent over, hands on their knees. And the offensive guys are just saying, let's just keep running it at them. We've got them now.
This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on 2nd down. So this one will wind up a Denver victory, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through, and they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for the Broncos, it's a win here in their home opener as they move to 2-0. And they'll get another home date next week as the Raiders will come to town. Meanwhile, for the Jets, they'll drop to 0-2. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.